Okay, we're glad you are back with us on TVC Breakfast as the show begins in earnest. It's time to take a quick look at the headlines this morning. And of course, we're being joined by Charles Ideho, a journalist and social commentator. Good morning.
Good morning.
And thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Charles. Nice to see you.
Yeah,
nice to see you.
And of course, we've been admiring your...
Yeah, exactly. I like the African outfit.
It's a blend of Edo Central and Ghana. So.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's the coming together
and
of
Nigeria.
Yoruba.
Oh,
you added tell to
perfect African.
There you go.
All right, let's begin from the Punch newspaper now. Of our robberies, police give Saraki 48 hours to send written defense. NPDP pulls out of talks with presidency and APC over that. This issue has been on, yes.
NPDP. Most cases, when I hear that, I say, I can't recall. Maybe I missed it when it was registered in Nigeria as a political party. When was it registered? NPDP.
Of course, it's an association.
How did we get here? How did we get here?
Very good question.
How did we get? Because how do we continue to tread on path to infamy? You join a system, you join a body, just like a wife who is married. She's still insisting on retaining her maiden name. Then she's not ready to marry. Because once you're married, you drop your maiden name to acquire the name of who you're going to.
Would that be a good example to this?
It is, because, of course it is.
Because you know what, if you're going to go down that line, Charles Ideho, in the good old days, women actually kept their father's, their maiden name.
You said good old days, but this is new Nigeria.
Okay, so new Nigeria. Okay.
What I'm saying is that...
Not that I'm against a woman adopting her husband's name,
because
before
there was a platform.
Yeah.
A platform was birthed. People who subscribed to the ideas and ideology of the platform, they all elected to be part of that platform. You had the NPDP, you had the half of AFGA, you have ACN, you have the CPC. They all
and AMPP.
You now coalesced to join together to form a body. So because of that, all these other cleavages were supposed to be dropped.
Unfortunately, the legacy parties have remained the same. They've remained intact, while the overall party, the APC, continues to be a disunited
because
party.
Even when they all surrender, no, they didn't surrender their freedom. They didn't surrender their allegiance to the center. So, which is what we are still saying. Oh, even if you look at the government today now, you still see CPC. You're still seeing ACN.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. That's why we have, and what suffers? Who suffers? We suffer. The system suffers. But when so okay,
and ultimately the political party suffers because
that's what's happening.
But that's what I'm saying. All of us suffer. The system suffers.
We are not all. It's not all of us because we are not members of the party. So.
But it's affecting governance.
I understand.
It is affecting governance. Yes. So it's quite sad.
Okay, we are reaching out to Boko Haram for Leah's release. That's the National Supreme Council of Islamic Affairs is saying that. And, well, this is something Nigerians would like to
I think about time they did that. But I think if government really wants to do something about it, since they think it's becoming a religious issue, I think they should just expedite action on bringing that get back. And then to prove those who think of this, who are just banding this issue of Islamization of Nigeria, to prove they're wrong. Because they are saying, what people are saying now, of course, a conspiracy theory, that if this girl were to be a Muslim, it's most likely that the authority would have hastened her release, but I don't know. Maybe they should.
Well, that's up in the air. We don't know that.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, moving on.
Besides all of this, there are still Muslim girls. In fact,
that's what I'm saying. To prove
on the same Punch newspaper, he said there are rescue of girls. There are Muslim girls here and all of that.
So to prove, no, but Sharibu stands as a Chinese, as a star amongst them.
It's okay.
I may not know whose name do you know.
All right, let's move on very quickly to the nation. Back to the Saraki case. Police give Saraki 48 hours to explain link with suspects. Of course, it looks like the police has capitulated, or they're softening up. Yeah, soft peddling.
Anyway, I think we're going to discuss that in the course of time.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but I think it's also since they say okay, don't appear in person. So
just explain yourself in a letter.
Let's see what is it. But here,
all right, of course, we'll be looking at that later. Oshibajo, Senate President, security chiefs meet. Pro-Saraki rallies in Ilorin and Ofa. Okay, what else do we have here? Police who shot Bamidele dismissed.
That's from the CP. But the police spokesperson said no. So this is why I always talk about even these people who are in charge of speaking. I mean, for us, on the one hand, the police commissioner is in the state is saying the man has been dismissed. The spokesperson said no, the man is still under their care. They are still investigating that. You have the process is that after you have concluded your investigation, if the man is found culpable, he goes in. If it's not, but that the man has not been. I don't know dismissed. I don't know where the commissioner got that.
Yeah, very sad development in Kaduna. Pupil dies of diarrhea in hostel. Of course, some 55 people.
Diarrhea in 2018.
Yeah, unfortunately. Okay.
Okay, let's move to the Daily Sun now. The headlines are still here of a bank robbery. Suspects open up. How we got rifles. I'll meet police 48 hours deadline. Senate President is saying that. We've talked about that. And ITO, we're not behind Niger Delta protests against the JTF. This issue is a developing story that just came up. Yeah. The NPDP holds talks with the presidency. And 2 ministers locked out of APC chairman's inauguration.
Everywhere you turn.
Yeah, there's so much politics.
There doesn't seem to be any peace anywhere.
At all. There's apprehension over the land already.
I don't know.
And then we have the laying of wreaths at the 22nd anniversary of the late Kudirat Abiola's assassination in Lagos.
These are really real rules of democracy.
This is already 22 years.
People who are there today, the senators, the House of Rep, what they enjoy today, this woman laid her down her life to secure that for them.
Yeah. And then again, how much of this history do Nigerian kids know? Are they learning this at all in school?
Well,
recall the MKO Abiola situation where University of Lagos was going to be renamed.
And it was shut down.
It was shut down.
So
and you wonder, is it that...
But history, if you don't learn from history, you can't make any... let me give you... I was telling my son the other day, I think it was one commercial that Zebudaya, you know, the chick of Wala. Okorigwe
the Honorable Palm Wine Palace.
So I was talking about my son, 14 years old, they say, who is that man? I say, God.
You know what that means? You know what that means? It means either we as parents or society as a whole has actually failed.
So I had to start teaching him, telling him who Zebudaya was, telling him about NTA, about Tales by Moonlight.
But if we have to face the reality, trends must always change. The moment the generation changes,
trend will change, but you don't jettison the old order.
Yeah, but as far as the little child is concerned,
he said, "Who is the guy?" I said, "Oh God."
Exactly.
No, okay. Look, that may even still be understandable. But when a child asks, "Who is MKO Abiola?"
For instance,
exactly. We have
or who is Gawan?
Or who is Gawan?
Who is Murtala?
Yeah. All right. Do we move on?
Yeah.
Okay, the New Telegraph. Saraki, Tambuwal, Dogara governors pull out of APC talks. Accuse presidency of persecution, blackmail, bad faith. Oyegu inaugurates party chairman amidst tension.
They have to tread cautiously.
Is it a case of things fall apart with the APC
because
now,
you have most of these congresses, most of them, you have a parallel congress here. The question of which one to recognize. Then you've not even settled that matter to say, okay, this one you don't recognize. Then you already inaugurated them. So
but they knew the ones they sent representatives to witness, and the one INEC was also involved in. So,
but they are family members. They are family members.
They are, of course, they are family members.
All right, Ajao Kuta Steel, Nigeria loses 4.5 billion naira annually.
Dollars.
Dollars, thank you.
Yes.
Can you imagine? Dollars. FG requires $1.4 billion to complete complex. Bottomless pit. We heard that in 35 years, Nigeria has spent about $10 billion spent on this bottomless pit.
I am begging for them to let this work because it's going to bring a lot of advantages. I mean, take a look. I mean, when you take a look at India today, they've advanced technologically because of this issue of steel. If we're able to have this steel industry, we're able to produce a flash sheet that's required for manufacture of cars.
The question is, who is the person or who are those forces behind not wanting Nigeria's steel complex, steel industry to take off?
Those who are making money from importing what we should be manufacturing here through that steel.
There you go.
That's the answer to that.
All right, thank you very much for answering that question. Mothers with more children face higher heart attack risk.
Heart attack related to what? To being depressed or anxiety.
Yeah.
All of them.
You've forgotten our hit song here.
Most likely not breastfeeding.
You know, when there are too many kids and you don't know what to do with them.
That's what I say, but not breastfeeding. I had a grandmother who had about 17 children, I was told.
Okay.
But she never had heart attack.
Right.
So it's not about breastfeeding. It has to do
it's
with...
not about breastfeeding.
With
Definitely not
issues.
breastfeeding, yeah.
Yes.
Socio-economic issues.
Socio-economic issues, yes.
All right. CBN reviews BDC's rate to 357 naira per dollar. Civil war. Gowon stopped us from killing millions of Igbo. That's Buhari speaking there.
He said they were soft on Biafra.
Wow.
Okay. This day newspaper says... of a robbery, NPDP pulls out of talks with presidency. APC Saraki to send written response today after U-turn by police over firestorm. Of a community warns Nigerians polarized over issue. Yeah, we've talked about that. And Obasanjo, Ambode, amongst others, mourn ex-ICANN president Olakunri's passing. That's really a sad one there.
Sad, yes.
And Naira pairs loses as CBN reviews dollar rate for BDCs. And ITO denies involvement in protests against JTF over illegal oil bunkering. Okay, those are some of the headlines on this day.
Okay, and to the Vanguard, that's our last paper this morning. To the bottom column there, Buhari begins scrutiny of 2018 budget. That's the Budget and Planning Minister, Udodoma, explaining there that he's still, trying to look at all the details. Yes, of course, because there will always be gray areas that need to be smoothed. Yeah, because so that we don't go and be implementing what is not implementable. Yeah, but somebody said, look, wake up and smell the coffee. 2018 is already done and dusted. It's June, and we still don't have a budget. They will tell you we're not running January to December budget. Okay. That's the
financial year doesn't start like that.
All right.
They were trying to correct it. But
it's not worked.
It didn't work that way.
That's not about to happen anytime soon. All right, Aribi Salah in his column today goes global by exploring black as the new white. It's a must read. That's an interesting one. Always interesting to read his columns in the paper. What else do we have? Same ITO not behind Niger Delta protest on JTF's involvement in illegal oil bunkering. That's according to management. All right, I guess that's where we'll have to leave it this morning.